Y'all, I am back with the recap of Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7, Episode 6, right? Season 6. Wait a minute. Season 6, Episode 7. Honey, this episode was all over the place. I mean, it was everywhere. I didn't know where to start, where to end. But is it me or is Amara getting passed around to damn near all the men on this cast? First, she tried EJ, which is Shay's brother. Then she ran over there to Safari. That didn't work. Then she's trying to hook up with Marlon. That ain't working. And then next week, we'll see her all over Ray J. Like, girl, what are you doing? Her in this tragic blonde wig right here went over to her arch nemesis mother's house, Flo, looking for Marlon. Marlon, Flo's husband or her ex-husband, hell, I don't know. I can't keep up. So she shows up to this woman's house to give her daughter's ex-husband a cake. Now, first of all, why is her man still hanging at his ex-mother-in-law's house? That looks weird. And better yet, why the hell is Amara comfortable showing up when she don't even get along with Flo? Ooh, child, this situation is a hot mess. Now, Amara, you doing too much. Mothers and children are off limits, okay? You're crossing the line with this one. Now, Marlon being there is already suspicious enough, but Amara showing up uninvited, that makes it even worse. So after being messy and disrespectful to Flo's mom and her home, she tries to play the peacemaker, trying to encourage Marlon to man up and get his family back together. This is the same man that slept with his wife's blood sister, not once, but numerous times. And he was sleeping with another lady that Flo knew. Now, we both know if the roles were reversed, Marlon would not take Flo back. Yet, here is Amara sitting here, acting like she's a relationship counselor. So then Amara hits him with a compliment, saying that he's a present father, and she wishes her girls had that. Because I don't think Amara had a present father in her life. Now her daughters are going through the same thing. And unfortunately for Amara, she's reaping the consequences of knowingly getting involved with a married man. Now, she thought this man was going to leave his wife for her because that is what he told her. Then she thought that having his kids would surely cause him to leave his family in DR and move to Miami with her and shack up. But that didn't happen. And I mean, it's unfortunate that Amara is learning the hard way that getting involved with a married man, especially one with kids in a different country, doesn't always work out, okay, the way you hoped it to. Like, I get it. She wants him to be involved. Yes, but you can't expect a man to be present in two different families in different countries. Somebody is going to get the shorter end of the stick. And unfortunately, it's Amara and her children. Now, she really be ignoring these consequences. And it's obvious because next week, she's on to Ray J, another married man. Once again, she's getting involved with someone else's man who is clearly off limits. But she didn't learn from her previous mistake. Meanwhile, Zoey Brinks is recording a new video minding her business when Estelita shows up and starts talking about Zoey's so-called friend Kiki. Now, last episode, Zoey was trying on wedding dresses one day after being proposed to, and Kiki, the friend, decided to be messy, saying Zoey shouldn't marry Kelvin because she's cheating on him with a woman. Ooh, honey, clock that tea. So the next day, Estelita meets up with Kiki to check her about her messiness. Now, on the surface, Estelita does come off as being a good friend, but honey, I am side-eyeing your motives. I'm side-eyeing you, girl. Because Estelita and Zoey just became friends. So what made her feel so compelled to jump into a situation involving Zoey and her best friend? That is so strange to me. Estelita is love bombing, just like what men do it. She's doing too much too soon. She's trying to prove that she's loyal, that she gonna be this ride or die for Zoey. But honey, that's a red flag. Zoey already said these people in her life that pretend to be her friends is always trying to ride her coattails. Zoey, be careful. It's clear that you're not making the best decision when it comes to people you bring into your life. Your sister lied on TV and said that she was pregnant for a man that she wasn't pregnant for. She lied. And then your so-called friend Kiki airing your dirty laundry. Your fiance, I'm not really sure about him yet. So he may be solid. But Estelita? I'm starting to see a pattern, Zoey, and it ain't looking good. So at this point, Zoey is pissed. And she storms off and pull up to Kiki's house. And then she goes live on Instagram with her 63 watchers, giving Kiki a piece of her mind. But honey, Kiki was safe. She was smart. She stayed her ass inside the house and did not come out. So next we have Gaelle being so thirsty for Allan, Amara's baby daddy. Now she claims she got a text message from him and they met up at the bar. So Allan says he's in Miami for business. I'm sure. He's traveling. Clearly he's traveling to get some puss. But he haven't seen his kids in a year. Okay. So he then starts to question Gaelle about Amara and Safari, wondering if they're getting married. Why? You are a married man. It don't matter. And Gaelle was like, no, Safari is a player and Amara is a husband stealer. Just like you, because you slept with your sister's husband. But Gaelle is coming on very thirsty, very strong for Allan. Okay. And she says she down for whatever, even a threesome. Now, Allan said, I really like you, but let's take it one day at a time. In other words, girl, you were good for a one night stand. Now get lost. So Amara finally have a sit down with Allan and she asks him, why did he want to meet up with her? Allan tries to play it cool, saying that he was in town to see his kids. No. He's really in town to see Gaelle. But he knew word would get back to Amara that he was seeing Gaelle. So he used his kids as an excuse to cover up his tracks. So he then apologized for calling Amara. Well, when they were in the DR, he got real angry with Amara and he said for sure what was on his mind and how he felt for a very long time. So he tells Amara, that's why no one wants your black ass. Now, insult her all you want, but why did you have to throw the black ass in there? Like, what does her skin tone have to do with anything? So clearly, he didn't like Amara because she was dark-skinned. And he said it. That's why nobody wants your black ass. Well, moving on. So Trick's girlfriend, So Unique, she decides to meet up with his wife, Joy. So Trick and Joy are not divorced. He will not give that woman a divorce. So she meets up with Joy because she wants some advice on how to deal with Trick. Girl, if you are here hunting down his wife for relationship tips, maybe you shouldn't be dealing with him in the first place. So Unique is asking Joy, what did she do to make Trick fall in love with her? Yeah. So Unique, honey, know your worth. If he was truly interested in you, girl, you wouldn't have to ask questions on how to make him fall in love with you. And it shows your lack of confidence and self-respect. You are chasing down his wife on tips on how to get him to fall in love with you. And he don't even deserve that type of effort. Girl, where is your dignity? She's moving around like Trick is the prize. You really chasing this man for validation. Child, that level of effort, this man don't even deserve it. What's even crazy is that So Unique and Joy used to go clubbing together. And now she's sitting across from this woman asking questions about her husband, even though they're separated, but still. Ugh, this is a hot mess. So Joy, of course, she tells So Unique that Trick is a different man than the person she fell in love with. And she even questions why the hell was so unique would even want somebody like Trick. So Unique says that she looks at Trick and she sees a man who just wants to be loved. So Joy looking at her like she crazy and tell her, if you want to be Captain Save-A-Man like I was, go ahead. But then Joy drops the real tea and she said that Trick's biggest issue is that he was very disrespectful, and even till now he still tries to control her. So Trick and So Unique, they meet up at the club, and we find out that she was a former stripper. So she tells Trick that she met up with Joy and he is not a happy camper. So she lies and said Joy gave her some real good advice on how to keep him. And he said, you digging in the garbage from our old paperwork. Ooh, honey, he ate with that. But he gets furious. And he said, you done fucked up now. And he leave her ass sitting at the bar. Now she feels stupid because you did all this searching and seeking for information on how to get and keep him, when the very first time you did something that annoyed him, he walked out on you. He was not worth the effort, just like I said. Meanwhile, Flo's mom is spilling the tea. She's telling her that a blonde, attractive woman showed up at her crib looking for Marlon with a delicious cake. And she said the two of them were outside chatting like they were lovers. Now, Mama definitely added a little extra flavor to the story. And she didn't even have to go that hard because it was already messy enough that Amara showed up at Flo's mom's house. That alone warrants an ass whooping. And Flo is on camera watching all this unfold, and she is pissed to see her mom eating the cake that she brought for Marlon. So Flo looks straight into the camera saying that she can't believe Marlon would betray her like that. Girl, what? He slept with your sister. Why do you keep forgetting that? So Flo is clearly not fed up with Marlon or Amara. So she heads over to her sister's house, yes, the one that slept with her husband, and she's filling her in on what's been going down with Amara and Marlon. Now, Gaelle, who couldn't care less about Amara, and she said it, she said, I don't like Amara, but Marlon could have done better. Gaelle don't give a damn about Flo being mad that Marlon is with Amara. She gives a damn that Marlon could have been with somebody more attractive. And I'm so confused. Do you want your husband? Do you not want him? Are you guys divorced? Are you getting a divorce? What is going on? And why the hell would she go confide in her sister who slept with her husband? None of this make any sense. So Flo is still going on and on about Amara and Marlon. And then she tells Gaelle that Amara went so low as to even offer her mom a piece of cake. So Gaelle said, well, did mom eat the cake? And Flo said, yes. Gaelle says, well, you shouldn't mind if I get a piece of cake too. Ooh. Child, I am cracking up because Gaelle is so messy but so funny, but she don't give a damn about you, Flo. She wanted a piece of cake. You're pretending to be mad that Marlon is with Amara, and all your sister was worried about is a fucking piece of cake. Y'all, that is the end of this episode. But honey, next week it is going down, okay? Flo is out here dirty dancing with Allan, and Gaelle gets pissed. I mean, she's ready to beat the brakes off of her sister. So y'all, please give the video a thumbs up, leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.